I'd like to welcome the honorees, the supervisors, and invited guests to Princeton University's 27th Annual Service Recognition Luncheon. I'm Lianne Sullivan-Crowley, and I'm happy to be this year's host. Today, 470 of you are celebrating service milestones, and 8 are recipients of either the President's Achievement Award or the Griffin Management Award. This year, we have one individual who is celebrating his 50th employment anniversary. 9 honorees have been working here for 45 years, while 21 honorees have been employed for 40 and 17 for 35 years. The Office of Human Resources works very hard to make the annual service recognition ceremony special for all of our guests. You belong to an extremely hardworking and talented staff, and your dedication to Princeton and our mission inspires us to make this day meaningful and memorable. We want to acknowledge and to thank you for your ongoing support of and commitment to our students, faculty, staff, and alumni, and how you enable Princeton University to thrive in the nation's service and the service of humanity. On behalf of the university and the Office of Human Resources, I want to thank and congratulate all the service recognition honorees and award recipients. Please give yourself a big round of applause. If you could also please join me in acknowledging the creative menu provided by Chef Jerry Luz and the catering staff in campus dining. Chef Jerry worked collaboratively with the staff members of the Office of Human Resources to develop a special, healthy, and tasty menu for us today. It is described in your program on page 3. Please enjoy your lunch, and our program will resume at 12:15. And welcome back. I hope that you're enjoying your lunch. Thank you again to Chef Jerry and to the campus dining staff. For today's event, we produced 2 videos that feature our employees. The first one is called More Impact Than You Can Imagine, in which 5 honorees share their perspectives about working here. Let's bring down the lights to watch it.
Every day gives me pride. I can't wait in the morning to get up and come in and work in the office and then get out on the track. And I think the thing about Princeton, while I've been here so long, is that there's a tremendous amount of support on every level. And that goes from the grounds crew that works on this track to our administrative staff and the athletic directors and really the people on campus. People care. People care at every level. It's really an amazing job because it encompasses so many different things. I'm really a track coach, a travel agent, a business manager, a psychologist, organizer. I think coaching encompasses all of that. One of the main challenges, and really the most important challenge, is to keep the athletes healthy and motivated. But the health of the student athlete is really the most important thing, and that's not only their athletic health, but their mental health. We really believe in the team atmosphere where everyone's helping one another. And our goal is to win, but it's also to everyone to achieve the highest level they can, both in the classroom and on the athletic field.
I do believe that we have probably the greatest staff at Princeton, and in my department, everyone's dedicated. There's a real team spirit, which is really good to work with. And just people that I come across on campus, people respect each other, and they're just really smart. And people are always challenging you to do better and to be your best self, I think. Most of my interactions are with the faculty, and I think that if they're coming to me, they want help with organizing something that they're working on, or they have questions about their research funds, and so you see the impact in the ways that they may have an idea for something, and you're contributing to watching that from inception to actually, execution. And so that to me is pretty rewarding to know that they're doing research and that things that matter. They're helping students grow, advising them, and so that to me is pretty rewarding.
There's many reasons why I love working at Princeton. I think one of the number one reasons is the people that you interact with, all levels of people. So from my faculty, which obviously they're stellar faculty, to the staff here and to my colleagues in the AMG, I believe we have such a wonderful, diverse, imaginative, creative, obviously very smart group of people, and that's what I really love the most about Princeton. We are in the service of humanity, and we really are making a substantial difference in the world. Our math faculty are probably creating ideas that will go on to have such profound impact, so to be able to support that is just really incredibly fulfilling.
What I enjoy about working here at Princeton is the sense of community that Princeton has. We're not here just to kind of do a job. It's more to kind of help the campus, the university, and the greater good. The data rescue that we had last May in 2017, that event was to capture environmental data that the government had research on and was public. There was a chance that data was going to be deleted, but a group of volunteers at Princeton, I think 50 people, came together to kind of look for it, research it, and capture it. And that was a great task that you normally don't get to do. The impact shows that Princeton cares about the world, and I'm proud and honored that we can provide the resources for the people that are so concerned about factors that are affecting the planet, that my little assistance could help others to capture the data that they need to provide a better life for the future.
When one of our seniors had his thesis published, in the acknowledgments, in the dedication, I saw an acknowledgement to me. And it really hit home as to the impression that we make here in the college office on these students. Like, I made a difference in this student's life, and that is something that I just treasure. I think the students bring so much energy to the environment, just all of their knowledge, all of their questions, they're so inquisitive, all of their energy, all of their motivation just rubs off on you. And I feed on that, and I absolutely love that. That's the best part of this position. I see a ton of first-generation students, more and more every year. It's so inspiring to hear their stories, where they come from, what their families are doing, and to see their excitement and their hunger for knowledge and their absolute excitement to be here and be part of this community. I get to see that on a daily basis, and I get to see that we are making a difference here by making this sense of community for these students who are coming from all different backgrounds.
That was great. I want to thank each participant for being in the video. Please also join me in thanking Dan Kearns and Dan Kiyu and the staff members from the video production support for their outstanding work, creativity, and technical expertise. And thank you to Claire Jacobs-Elson, Eva Menendez, Jackie Wallet from the Office of Human Resources for concept development and coordination. Within the next few days, the video will be streaming on the HR website. and our new YouTube channel, Working at Princeton. Thank you for the lights. I don't know how many of you are basketball fans, but as many of you may know, tip-off time for the women's basketball team NCAA game versus Maryland is at 12:30 today. Go Tigers! We will try to keep you updated about what's happening. Today's luncheon gives us the opportunity to express appreciation to the 470 employees who celebrated employment anniversaries in 2017. Each honoree's name is listed in the program provided at your seat. This year, we have one 50-year honoree, James Taylor, who works in the Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory in the Department of Engineering and Infrastructure. Unfortunately, James could not be with us today. I would like to now start the ceremony by asking the individuals who are celebrating 45 years of service to come to the stage. Please line up on the stairs, I always get this wrong, to the left of the stage. So that's here, because that's my right. So 45-year honorees, could you please come on up and get in line? There are staff here to help you. Come on up. While they are coming up, this year we have a slight change. If we could ask the people who are celebrating their 40th anniversary and their 35 years anniversary to come up and stand behind those who are standing now for 45 years. So 40 and 35, up. Come on, we know you're there. There are staff here to help you get in line. While they do that, let me tell you a little bit about these individuals. The 48 honorees who are coming to the stage work in 34 different departments and represent a diverse mix of academic and administrative positions that are available at Princeton. Together, these 48 people have worked here nearly 1,900 years of total service combined. To congratulate you, President Eisgruber has come to the stage. As I call your name, please come up the steps to the stage for a handshake and a photo with President Eisgruber. Then please exit the stage on the opposite side and return to your seat. So let's begin. Congratulations to our 45-year honorees. Let's welcome William Dix. First hired in the university in June in 1972, William is a senior technical specialist in the Department of Physics. Robert Durkee. Bob was hired to work in the Office of the President in April 1972. He currently serves as the university's vice president and secretary, and that's the first time he's ever had his picture taken with Chris Eisgruber. June Fetchinson. June began working in the controller's office in 1972 and is currently a sponsored project analyst in the Department of Sponsored Research Accounting in the Office of Finance and Treasury. Jean Out. Jean began working in the university in June of 1972 in the controller's office. Currently, she is an information specialist in the Office of Information Technology and Support Services. Samuel Procaccini. In September of 1972, Sam joined the maintenance department. Today, he is assistant shop supervisor in the facilities electric shop. Mahaski Yamada was hired in 1972 in PPPL where he works as a principal research physicist. Next, let's welcome the 40-year employees. I just can't see around here. Skip Betty. Julia Cruz. Julia is a senior bibliographic specialist in the university's library's technical services. John Eng. John works in the Department of Chemistry as a senior mass spectrophysicist.
You want me to stand somewhere else? You've got me in the line.
Judith Hansen. Judy is the department manager in the Department of History. Kim Hagelbeck. Kim is the institute manager in the Princeton Institute for the Science and Technology of Materials. William Kuntz. William works in the university library as a senior bibliographic specialist. Malin Lovett. Malin is the Strategic Projects Manager in the Office of Communication. Nick Lebrano. Nick works in campus dining as the accounting manager. Donna Pope. Donna works in the Office of Finance and Treasury as data management support. Donna Radley. Donna works in the university library as a special collections assistant. One of our video stars, Fred Samara. Fred is the head coach for the men's track and field program in the Department of Athletics. William Sands. William is a mechanical engineer in the Department of Physics. And Lori Yeager-Miles. Lori is a financial compliance analyst in the Controller's Office in the Office of Finance and Treasury. Bertha Logan. Yay! Bertha also works in the university library as a senior bibliographic specialist. Now let's congratulate the 40-year employees. "35 years, Gloria Appling. Gloria works in the university library's technical services as a senior bibliographic specialist. Laurel Maston Cantor. Laurel is the university creative director in the Office of Communication. David Dunn. David works in the facility's HVAC shop as an HVAC mechanic. Eva Eslami. Eva is a cataloger in the university library's technical services. James Flint. Working in university advancement in the analytics and data management group, James is a senior information delivery analyst. Okay. Tracy Hall. Tracy is a library systems coordinator in the university library in information technology. Amy Kelly. Amy works in the university library where she is a leader in technical services. Tammy Knutson. Tammy is an application delivery analyst in the Office of Finance and Treasury's Finance Technology. Carlos Santos. Carlos works in the university library. He is a digital resources technology specialist in technical services. Audrey Wright. No. Sylvia Swain. Sylvia is a special collections assistant in the university library's research and instructional services. When you RSVP, please come.
That's okay. How's that? Okay.
Yep. So, let us now move on to those folks with 30 years of service. When I call your name, please stand at your table and remain standing until the entire group is introduced. I ask that everyone please withhold your applause until all honorees are standing. Robert Allen, Facilities. Fred Anderson, Facilities. Dwight Bayshore, Office for Information Technology. Eve Blaine, Office for the Dean of Research. He's waving his orange towel over there. Juanita Cherry, Office of the Dean of Faculty. Dana Coley, Princeton University Library. Darcy Cotton, University Services, Campus Services. Donald DeFranco, Facilities. Heidi Fisher, Princeton University Library. Thomas Francis, Office for Information Technology. Sachi Gawande, Office for Information Technology. Jeffrey Gettelfinger, Department of Physics. Maurice Gooden, Facilities. Marilyn Ham, Department of Music. Berta Harvey, Princeton University Library. Karen Hillier, the Office of Finance and Treasury. Anthony Jones, Office for Information Technology. Louis Cagle, Facilities. Asiya Cantor, Princeton University Library. Gilda Paul, Office for Human Resources. Mark Pasetsky, Office for Information Technology. Matthew Petty, Office for Information Technology. Sue Pearson, University Services. Herman Rodriguez, Office of Population Research. Kawambe Shugu, Princeton University Library. Marie Von Gay Connolly, Princeton University Library. William Wixer, Princeton Institute for Computational Science and Engineering, and Mark Zabielski from the Office of Information Technology. Please help us in congratulating our 30-year employees. The basketball score at this point is Princeton 2, Maryland 6. Boo is right. We next recognize our employees with 25 down to 10 years of service. Will our 25-year honorees, whom we hired in 1992, please stand at your table to be recognized as a group? There you go, everybody up. There we go. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to Princeton. You can be seated. Next, let's meet our 20-year honorees who came to Princeton in 1997. Please stand together at your table as a group to be recognized. You can be seated. In 2002, we hired our 15-year honorees. Please stand. There we go. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to Princeton. And now we have our final group of our 10-year honorees who were hired in 2007. Please stand as a group. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to Princeton. You can be seated. Can we have one more round of applause for all of our honorees today? Just in case you're wondering, there's been no score change. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's recipients of the Donald Griffin 23 Management Award. To assist me, I'd like to invite Mo Connolly, who oversees the Griffin Award program, to join me on stage. Mo is HR's Director of Learning and Development. The Griffin Management Award was established by the family of alumnus and administrator Donald Griffin, class of 1923. The program recognizes administrative employees by giving each of them a $2,500 grant to participate in educational or professional conference that can result in new insights, renewed motivations, or enhanced skills that can be applied to their current responsibilities. Each year, our selection committee reviews the nominations and selects 2 deserving employees. Our first recipient this year is Maria Florevel-Wischusen. I got it. Flo has been employed as the Institute Manager in the Princeton Institute for Computational Science and Engineering, known as PIXE, since 2008. In his nomination, PIXE Director Jeroen Trump described how in the past couple of years, Flo has transformed PIXE's education and outreach program and rose to a greater level of management leadership, evidenced when she spearheaded a nationwide event at Princeton last year. In his nomination, Jeroen also described Flo's commitment to university-wide leadership and innovation demonstrated by her serving as the founding president of the International Employee Resources Group, which she continues to serve today as its vice president. Jeroen noted that Flo's many responsibilities, including grants and research administration, education and outreach, finance, website management, human resources, event planning, and facilities management. He explained how she brings a combination of strategic clarity, sensitivity, and tact to her complex managerial tasks and brings out the best in everyone she supervises. By receiving the Griffin Award, Flo will be able to register for a 4-day program at the Administrative Management Institute offered through Cornell University's School of Continuing Education. The program is designed to help participants to enhance effectiveness, hone managerial skills, and excel within one's institution. Some of the topics taught are innovation and creativity, strategies for managing operational risk, negotiations in organizations, creating inclusive work environments, and getting the most out of your team. Please join me in congratulating Flo on receiving this award. Our second Griffin Award winner is Jordan Tegmeyer. Jordan, please join us on the stage. Since 2015, Jordan has worked in the Office of Career Services as its Senior Associate Director of Finance, IT, and Assessment. He began at Princeton in 2012 on the PRIME project in the Office of Finance and Treasury. Eva Kubu, the Interim Executive Director in Career Services, described Jordan as someone who has helped her redesign the office's budgeting process. She wrote in the nomination, "I quickly recognized Jordan was the kind of professional we needed. He was a leader with a multifaceted skill set, extraordinary analytical and interpersonal abilities, and an unparalleled work ethic." Eva described the positive impact Jordan made in career services and how he has emerged as a leader with a national reputation among other career center professionals. She nominated him because he has exhibited extraordinary leadership ability in driving multiple complex change processes, building relationships, and motivating his team to achieve not only strategic objectives of their department, but also their own professional growth and personal goals. Through the Griffin Award, Jordan will be attending a week-long conference at the Management Leadership Institute offered through the National Association of Colleges and Employees Center for Career Development and Talent Acquisition. That's a title. The conference is designed for career services professionals to learn leadership and motivational skills, explore best practices, and examine timely ethical issues. Jordan hopes to further his knowledge of career services across the national landscape and develop the leadership tools necessary to lead a 21st century career services organization. Please join me in congratulating Jordan for being selected for this award. The basketball score is currently Princeton 8, Maryland 11. It's all right, it's better, it's better. It was a 4-point deficit, now it's a 3-point deficit. Now it's time for the President Achievement Award. Before President Eisgruber comes to the stage, we would like to have you watch our second video that features the managers who nominated the recipients.
Jessica is Marquand's coordinator of operations and special collections. She is in charge of a large branch art library in McCormick Hall. She also oversees the maintenance and organization of the Rare Book Vault. She oversees the work of some 35 undergraduates who staff the library, and she ensures we can keep the library open 7 days a week until late evening. Jessica is highly deserving of this award due to her dedication to the job, her mentorship of and devotion to many student employees, her engagement with the university beyond the library, including her efforts to promote diversity and sustainability on campus. She is an exemplary employee and is involved in every aspect of the running of the art library. Her positive attitude and friendly demeanor has impacted staff and patrons alike who receive excellent service as a result. Jessica, thank you for your exemplary work. The library is extremely fortunate to have you on its staff due to your dedication and passion. You have been a role model and mentor to so many student employees and staff members. Your knowledge and set of skills is impressive, and the library does not run as efficiently without you there. Congratulations on this very well-deserved award.
Kathleen has been with Career Services for more than 15 years and has recently taken on a new career advising role to better serve our 1,200 varsity student athletes. Just like our athletes, Kathleen often goes above and beyond, meeting students in the office, on the court, on the field, and in the gym. And just like our athletes, Kathleen's stats are pretty impressive. She has met with 86% of the teams and often collaborates with coaches and the alumni friends groups to ensure that every athlete has the one-on-one support and mentorship to make their unique career and life visions a reality. In all that she does, Kathleen truly embodies the phrase, "the team around the team." On behalf of our students and alumni, thank you, Kathleen, for being such a tireless advocate, connector, and relationship builder. And most especially, thank you for being such an extraordinary colleague and team player in the Office of Career Services. Congratulations.
As the Deputy Director of the Davis International Center, Albert Rivera is responsible for oversight of all immigration services at Princeton. His responsibilities are mind-boggling to ensure that a staggering caseload of international students, postdocs, and faculty can smoothly navigate the complex and daunting U.S. immigration system. Albert has guided us through change and uncertain, challenging times, working tirelessly to shield the university from the adverse impacts of federal policies, going out of his way to get to know the specifics of every visitor's situation and to think proactively so they can begin productive lives at Princeton.
Albert, you have earned the respect and gratitude of hundreds of students, scholars, academic department managers, and your grateful colleagues in the Davis International Center. And as a colleague who has been motivated and inspired by your example, I am honored and delighted to extend my wholehearted congratulations.
Penna's official job is to conduct the choir and to assist the chapel congregation in worship, and to provide choral accompaniment at university special occasions. And at rehearsals, she guides the choir in learning to sing difficult music with elegant passion. But Penna has done much more. She has instituted special concerts, artistic events, and tours to bring chapel music to a wider audience. She finds music that spans a diversity of ethnic origin and spiritual content. She enforces a sung language that is inclusive, and she ensures that the choir is a safe and welcome home for all. She calls all choir members by name, and she nurtures them individually as teacher, confidant, and mentor. She follows their subsequent careers and recognizes them instantly at reunions. In short, she has made the chapel choir a transformative family for life and given real meaning to the phrase alma mater. Penna, on behalf of the chapel community, thank you for the music and the spiritual comfort that you put into it. Thank you for being a teacher, mentor, inspiration, and life coach. You are the center of a diverse and inclusive family that lasts a lifetime. Thanks, Mom.
Keller Taylor is the Infrastructure Operations Manager for Public Safety, supporting the day-to-day and long-term technological needs of the department. He is dedicated to the safety of all who work at the university and visit the campus. Keller brings an enthusiasm and personal commitment to his role that gravitates to all who work with him. As busy as his days are, he never refuses to share his expertise with anyone. Keller is one of those people who you can trust to take the lead in any initiative. He constantly looks for ways to improve and carefully steward existing resources that result in cost avoidance for the university. He exemplifies the unofficial Princeton motto of in the nation's service and the service of humanity in every respect. It is for these reasons that he is fully deserving of the President's Achievement Award. Keller, I am honored to represent your colleagues in congratulating you for receiving such a distinguished award. On a personal note, as someone who is fortunate enough to work with you daily, I can think of no one more deserving than you of such an honor. Thank you for your exceptional dedication and service to both public safety and the university. Congratulations.
Since starting his career at Princeton in 2002, Dave's character, engagement, and commitment to excellence abound every day. Dave not only performs his duties in a superior manner, his dedication to the shop and to the university are integral to the overall success of our department. Dave is always ready, willing, and able to complete any assigned task with dedication and perseverance. He is innovative and able to contribute in the design and planning phases of any project. Dave not only excels on large projects, his daily dedication and his personal standards of excellence are what set him apart. Dave constantly pushes himself to maintain a superior level of performance to ensure that the entire campus community receives the level of service it deserves. Dave, it was my honor to nominate you, and I thank you for all your hard work, dedication, and countless contributions to our department and the university. No one could be more deserving of this honor. I wish you continued success in your career. On behalf of everyone in facilities, I say well done.
Thank you to the people who participated in that video, and most importantly, for nominating these well-deserving people. President Eisgruber.
Thank you, Lianne. I'm very pleased to be with all of you today and to have the chance to thank everyone here in person for your outstanding service to Princeton. Each of you brings a special combination of talent, skills, and experience to our collective enterprise at this university. Whether you design and maintain advanced equipment, plan and execute complex events, keep academic and administrative departments running smoothly, or take care of students, you are part of Princeton's broad mission to advance knowledge, educate future leaders, and have a positive impact on the wider community. Together, the 473 employees being honored here today have devoted a total of 8,800 years of service to the university. This remarkable dedication is inspiring, and I am grateful to you all for your contributions to our university. I'm now honored to present this year's President's Achievement Awards, which were established in 1997 to recognize outstanding members of Princeton's staff. I know that I speak for the selection committee when I say, and you've seen already in the video, that these honorees are a special group. They are people who routinely go above and beyond in their commitment to excellence and their desire to serve others. I'm delighted to introduce them to you now. I would like first to invite our award winner, Jessica Hoppy Daja, to join me on stage. Jessica. According to Rebecca Friedman, the acting head of Marquand Library, Jessica plays a central and indispensable role in almost every significant decision, policy, or initiative that occurs in Marquand. Jessica's expansive portfolio as the coordinator of Marquand Library Operations and Special Collections includes managing all day-to-day operations of the library and maintaining the extraordinarily valuable items in the rare book vault. Photographer and digital imaging specialist John Blazutski attests to the remarkable dedication that Jessica brings to all of her responsibilities. Whether she is efficiently coordinating facility upkeep or masterfully supervising the work of 4 support staff members, John calls her one of the most diligent and organized people that I have had the pleasure to work with here at Princeton. Jessica is also responsible for hiring, training, and supervising 30 to 35 students per year and ensuring excellent and reliable staffing at all times that the library is open. Her students laud the passion and compassion that she exhibits in this capacity. Dominique Fahmy, class of 2017, says, Jessica is one of the most thoughtful, supportive, reflective, and respectful people I know. She pushes everyone around her to be the best version of themselves that they can be. And Amanda Laval of the class of 17 is inspired by the level of excellence that Jessica displays in all areas of her work. She says because Jessica is so deeply passionate about her work, she excels unlike anyone else. In the words of Professor Esther DaCosta Meyer, Jessica is one of our treasures. Jessica, we agree. Through your keen intelligence, strong work ethic, and innovative problem solving, you have made a tremendous contribution to the mission of Marquand Library. I'm pleased to recognize your outstanding service with this award. And now invite Kathleen Mannheimer to join me on stage. Kathleen Mannheimer is the ultimate tiger, says Molly Marcoux-Saman, Ford Family Director of Athletics. She continues, the minute you meet Kathleen, you feel how much she loves Princeton and how much she loves what she does. This infectious enthusiasm animates her work as Senior Career Advisor for Athletics. Kathleen took the initiative to craft this new role from its inception, and she now serves 1,200 student athletes from 37 Division I varsity teams on our campus. Her hard work makes a transformative difference in these students' lives. Bob Surace, the Charles W. Caldwell Jr. Class of 25 head coach of Princeton University football, says, her impact is not on statistics or just on getting any job. She makes sure that the students begin their journey to their life's calling. What makes Kathleen truly stand out is her dedication to integrating career events and appointments into grueling athletic schedules. In the last year alone, she held 963 one-on-one advising appointments for nearly 40% of the student-athlete population. Courtney Banghart, Princeton women's basketball head coach, says, Kathleen is selfless in her commitment to our community. If we have a recruit on campus on a Sunday, she always says yes, ensuring that she's available to share Princeton with people no matter the day or time. This commitment extends far beyond her formal responsibilities into her role as an academic athletic fellow for the women's basketball team and an avid fan who travels to cheer on our athletes and would no doubt be in North Carolina today but for this luncheon while they compete at other universities, and she's undoubtedly awaiting Lianne's next update. Kathleen, Princeton is fortunate to benefit from your exceptional dedication, contributions, and exemplary service to the university. Thank you for all you do, and congratulations on this well-deserved award. Albert Rivera, please join me on stage. With poise, confidence, and humility, Albert guides international scholars and their families through the complicated U.S. immigration process, enabling them to make valuable contributions to our university and our country. According to Maureen Killeen, Assistant Director of the University's Center for Human Values, the manner in which he treats each individual's unique circumstances with such care and attention is what really sets him apart. Karen Gonzalez, Department Manager of the Spanish and Portuguese Department, echoes this sentiment. Albert is incredibly knowledgeable, and he is also kind and generous with his time. He makes Princeton a place that is accessible and welcoming to so many in the global community. Time and again, Albert has demonstrated his ability to provide steady guidance in the midst of uncertainty, whether providing excellent leadership during the chaotic rollout of the federal travel ban, creating a novel H-1B visa site visit program, or offering expertise during rollbacks to the temporary protected status for Haitian employees. Albert is known for finding creative solutions when others come to an impasse. He helped to shape university policy in these areas and remained constantly available to all stakeholders throughout these trying times. Lisa Scalise, Department Manager in Physics, observes, "I can think of no other administrator more deserving of this award than Albert. His knowledge, initiative, dedication, and aplomb in all that he does, while always remaining calm, even humorous, is astounding." Albert, your colleagues celebrate your can-do attitude, good nature, and innovative approaches to problem solving. Thank you for sharing each of these special qualities with the Princeton community. It is a pleasure to congratulate you on this award. Penna Rose, please join me on stage. I thought I heard music in the background earlier. As director of chapel music, Penna brings her singular talents to organizing musical activities for the university chapel and leading the undergraduate chapel choir every Sunday. According to Henry S. Horn, Professor Emeritus of Ecology and Evolutionary Biology and a 28-year choir veteran, in all of my experience, Penna Rose is the outstanding choral conductor and a lifetime role model for every undergraduate she encounters. Penna crafts moving and meaningful performances that are critical to some of the university's most important gatherings, such as opening exercises, baccalaureate, and the service of remembrance. And her work brings thousands of area residents to our campus. Dean of Religious Life in the Chapel, Allison Bowden, says that Penna's contributions go far beyond her formal role. She is an educator, expanding our understandings of what it is possible for music to communicate and of who we, the listeners, can dare to be. In doing so, Dean Bowden continues, Penna changes people's lives. Both Dean Bowden and Professor Horn are inspired by Penna's efforts as a steadfast advocate for diversity and inclusion, who, quote, espouses the ideal of the chapel choir as an intellectual, musical, social, and religious home that feels safe for every student, close quote. This spirit of inclusivity is evident in her collaborative partnerships that extend from the Department of Music to the Hindu Life Program. Always creative and resourceful, Penna has also generated many new initiatives, such as the Jazz Vespers service, a partnership with WWFM radio station, and the Chapel Choir International Tours. Penna, I am delighted to celebrate your liturgical brilliance, national leadership, and transformative contributions to the lives of your students. Thank you and congratulations. Keller Taylor, please join me on stage. Whether managing the department's radio system or overseeing the phone distribution and management system, Keller brings an unflagging optimism and inspiring dedication to the safety of all on our campus. He not only stewards existing university resources, but he anticipates future needs and takes the initiative to solve problems seamlessly. To name just one example, when legislation required the university to vacate a range of radio frequencies, Keller strategically licensed new frequencies that could be used by the university's existing equipment, thereby avoiding the need for the university to replace its entire radio infrastructure. This saved the university millions, a feat that Executive Vice President Trebby Williams described as emblematic of the entrepreneurial thinking and problem solving that we are seeking from our administrators. Keller's colleagues agree. Kevin Gift, the Associate Director of Critical Infrastructure, says, Keller's skill has been invaluable in achieving successful outcomes on projects ranging from E911 services to DPS call management upgrades to enhance Forrestal radio communications. Nick Sutter, chief of the Princeton Police Department, calls Keller a kind, benevolent, and caring human being who epitomizes the concept of collaboration and teamwork. I myself have the privilege of interacting with Keller throughout reunions. Each year he develops and executes a minute-by-minute plan for escorting me around the campus to upwards of 20 events. This is much harder than it sounds, in under 3 days. He has been unfailingly effective at keeping me on schedule, and he remains calm in the face of whatever surprises or circumstances reunions happen to throw at us, and believe me, reunions produce a lot of surprising circumstances. He's a pleasure to work with. My traveling companion on the reunions circuit, Margaret Miller, Deputy Vice President for Alumni Affairs, speaks for all of us when she says, "It is clear to me that Keller is devoted to Princeton. I can say without any hesitation that we feel the exact same way about Keller." We are thankful for his service to Princeton. Keller, congratulations on this well-deserved award. I'd like now to invite David Yusa to join me on stage. According to Joe Morgan, Director of Facilities Operations, Dave Yusa is an outstanding member of Facilities Operations who performs his duty as an HVAC lead technician with honor, dedication, and a strong sense of responsibility. He is a true team player who places other needs before his own. Robert Talarick, HVAC Control Shop Supervisor and a President's Achievement Award winner in 2006, shares this impression, calling Dave the type of person that would drop everything to assist you in any way that he can. This commitment to serving others makes Dave an outstanding teacher as well. Ed Manso, an HVAC mechanic who completed an apprenticeship with Dave, says, "No matter how big or daunting the task, he always took on the challenge. Never wavering or willing to settle, I watched as he made the most difficult of jobs seem simple, and all the while guiding or showing me how to accomplish things the correct and professional way." Whether teaching welding techniques to undergraduate architecture students or completing major campus projects each summer, Dave is known for treating everyone with respect and dignity. His colleagues admire his unrivaled passion and work ethic as well. Thanks to these exemplary qualities, Thomas Corcoran, Associate Director of Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing Systems, says, "Dave is one of the most knowledgeable, hardest working, and dedicated people we have on our staff, and the department and university are lucky to have him within our campus community." Dave, I am delighted to present you with this Achievement Award. Thank you again to all of our winners, Jessica, Kathleen, Albert, Penna, Keller, and David, for your exemplary service to Princeton. Through your loyalty, compassion, and commitment to excellence, you embody the values we honor with the President's Achievement Awards. Everyone, please join me once again in recognizing this year's award recipients with another big round of applause. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Eisgruber, and congratulations to all recipients. Princeton 24, Maryland 31. Second half comeback. I hope you all had a good time today. With many exciting initiatives being planned under the university's strategic framework and campus plan, I know that you will continue to perform your jobs as well as you do. What you do every day impacts this great institution, and your contributions help the university to thrive and achieve its mission year after year. I want to thank Jackie Wallet from the Office of Human Resources for planning and coordinating this event, the Service Recognition Committee, the President's Achievement Award Committee, the Griffin Management Award Committee, and everyone who helped make this program possible. After the luncheon is over, shuttle buses will be waiting for you at the Circle. For those of you who are able to stay, we will live stream the women's basketball game until the end of the game on those screens. And now, to conclude today's program, we have a very special performance for you. The University Chapel Choir, comprised of Princeton undergraduates, graduate students, staff, and faculty, and led by President Achievement Award winner Penna Rose, will sing a couple of songs for us. The University Chapel Choir has played an important role for many years, and especially since the current chapel was dedicated in 1928. Over the years, the choir has evolved from an all-male chorus that sang sacred music of the Renaissance and Baroque eras to a mixed choir whose repertoire extends from Gregorian chant to the music of Dave Brubeck. It is my pleasure to introduce Penna Rose and the University Chapel Choir, and to conclude today's program after the choir's songs. Kenny Grayson and the choir will follow our annual tradition and lead us in the singing of Old Nassau. Enjoy, and thank you all for coming.
Joshua in the battle of Jericho, Joshua, the battle of Jericho, the battle fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua, the battle of Jericho, the battle of Jericho, the battle of Joshua, 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 fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua, fit the battle of Jericho.
Talk about your kings of Gideon.
Go on, you can talk about
your men of Saul.
Go on, yes, you can talk about him.
Good old Joshua at the battle of Jericho.
That morning, Joshua, the battle of Jericho, the battle of Jericho, the battle of Joshua, 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 fit the battle of Jericho. Joshua, fit the battle of Jericho.